हेलो एंड वेलकम एवरीवन टू इंग्लिश क्लास। आज हम डिस्कस करने जा रहे हैं आपकी फ्लेमिंगो बुक का थर्ड चैप्टर डीप वाटर के एनसीईआरटी क्वेश्चन एंड आंसर्स। अर्लियर हम ये चैप्टर इन डिटेल ऑलरेडी कवर कर चुके हैं। इन केस आप लोगों ने नहीं देखा है तो ज़रूर जाकर देखिए एंड डू नॉट फॉरगेट टू लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब द चैनल। लर्न करो क्लास 11 एंड 12 और मैं हूँ श्रेया, आपकी इंग्लिश मेंटर। सबसे पहले लेट्स क्विकली रिवाइज द मेन कैरेक्टर ऑफ द चैप्टर। तो विलियम डगलस जो कि प्रोटैगनिस्ट है इस चैप्टर के, पूरी स्टोरी इन्हीं के अराउंड रिवॉल्व होती है। विलियम डगलस जो कि नरेटर है क्योंकि उनका ऑटोबायोग्राफिकल अकाउंट है। सो ही एज चाइल्ड गॉट अफ्रेड ऑफ वाटर ड्यू टू टू फ्राइटनिंग इंसिडेंट्स। दो बार उनके साथ बहुत fearful incidents हुए थे related to water. Once when he was at a California beach along with his father, and second at YMCA pool when he was learning to swim. So, but later on he overcame his fear with sheer determination and willpower. So, first question is, what is the misadventure, which means any misfortune that William Douglas speaks about, or what shocking experience did Douglas have at a YMCA pool? So, William Douglas speaks about the misadventure which happened at YMCA swimming pool when he was around 10 to 11 years old. Okay? So, what happened there when he was trying to learn swimming at YMCA swimming pool? A big bully boy threw Douglas into the deep end of the pool when nobody was around there. So, a big bruiser boy, जिसको refer करा गया in the chapter, what did he do? He took Douglas because he was a child at that time and he threw him in the deeper end of the swimming pool. As Douglas realized that he was drowning, as now he knew that he is about to sink, he made several attempts to save himself but all in vain, because all the efforts whichever he did all failed one after the another. Finally, he felt that he would die and he lost consciousness. He tried so hard by moving his hands, legs and trying to scream, but everything got in vain, and at the end what did he do? He tried so hard to rescue himself, but nothing was happening good in his favor. So he thought now the curtain of his life has fallen and he will die soon, and he lost all his consciousness because he was very tired and very fearful. Next, when he gained consciousness, he was lying outside the pool. Apparently somebody had rescued him. After he got unconscious while he was sinking, when he regained his consciousness, he found himself a side pool. Probably somebody has rescued him while he was drowning. Next question is, what were the series of emotions and fears that Douglas experienced when he was thrown in the pool, and what plans did he make to come to the surface? So, when Douglas was thrown in the pool, he was very much scared but did not lose his mind. Yani ki, although he was very much scary, but he did not lose his mind, not out of his wits, because he was able to think and he was able to plan that what he will do when he will get to the bottom of the swimming pool. Further, he planned that he would make a big jump when his feet would touch the bottom, क्योंकि उन्होंने प्लान किया था whenever he'll reach to the bottom of the swimming pool and his feet will touch the bottom tiles, he'll hit it hard and try to come up to the surface as if a cork comes. Then thus he would come to the surface, and unfortunately the plan failed because a cork can pop out easily but a human body cannot come out that easily. Further, Douglas then grew panicky and started suffocating because he was not able to breathe and his lungs were aching. He felt that he would die and then he lost consciousness. Next question is, how did this experience affect him, or how did his experience at YMCA pool affect Douglas, and what did Douglas learn from his experience of almost drowning, because he was almost about to die at that particular moment. So, the near drowning experience had a very deep meaning impact on Douglas because it was deep rooted in his heart, and it left a haunting fear lurking in his heart. Haunting means which is stable in a heart and mind for over a period of time, and he was extremely scared of water. Wherever he used to see water and he used to go inside it, the fear used to come back again and again in his mind and in his heart. Further, he avoided going near places wherever he could. The fear deprived him of many joys related to water like boating, fishing, and it destroyed his social life because he was not able to enjoy freely in these spaces where there was a water body or a river. Next, what was Douglas determined to get over his fear of water? Douglas regretted being deprived of enjoying water-based activities. Whenever he used to go near a water body, the haunting fear of water used to come back again and again, and now he was feeling himself as if he is handicapped. He is not able to enjoy freely in these places. Further, he cannot do sports like canoeing, boating, fishing and swimming because these are all related to water. These are all water sports. His ardent wish to enjoy such activities and regain his lost confidence while staying in water were the reasons for his determination to get over his fear of water. Ardent का मतलब होता है enthusiastic, because he was so much enthusiastic for these games but he was not able to enjoy. Further, next question is, how did the instructor build a swimmer out of Douglas, or how did the swimming instructor build a swimmer out of Douglas? A couple of times this question has been asked in your examinations. So, the instructor built a good swimmer out of Douglas piece by piece. Piece by piece का मतलब क्या है? यहाँ पे step by step, small steps में उनके instructor ने उन्हें swimming सिखाई थी. Further, first the instructor made him shed his initial fear by making him cross the pool suspended by a rope attached through a pulley over his belt. So, the instructor gave a belt to Douglas to tie it around his waist. Then a rope was tied around the belt and which was going over a pulley, and he was asked to cross the entire swimming pool by it so that the initial fear of water can be shut down. Further, this went on for 3 months. For 3 months he practiced just this thing because he was having a very haunting fear of water. So, it was very difficult to shed this fear and it took time like 3 months. Then Douglas was taught to exhale underwater and raise his nose above water and inhale. Like we learn swimming to exhale inside water and then put up our nose and inhale air. Further, then Douglas was made to kick his legs under, these were relaxed. Finally, after 7 months, the instructor told him to swim the entire length of the swimming pool. So, in this manner, his swimming instructor taught Douglas swimming as a whole. Alright then, question number 6. How did Douglas make sure that he conquered the old terror, or what was the deep fear in William Douglas' mind? How did he get over it? So, at the age of 3 or 4 years, when he was engulfed, which means embedded by waves from the sea, when he was at a California beach along with his father, which started his fear of water. That was the first incident related to water which made him fearful of water, and the second incident was at YMCA swimming pool when he was 10 or 11-year-old, where a boy tossed him, Douglas, in a swimming pool at a site which was 9 feet deep, and Douglas had nearly drowning experience which further increased his fear. He was almost drowned at that particular point of time when he was thrown into the swimming pool when there was nobody around. Further, determined to get rid of his fear, Douglas engaged an instructor because now he was not able to enjoy any water related sports. He was feeling himself as if he is handicapped because of his fear of water. So, he decided to overcome it, and for that he hired an swimming instructor. And what did the instructor did? Instructor made him practice 5 days a week, and in which 1 hour daily he used to devote to learning swimming. The instructor tied Douglas with a rope around his belt, and that rope was connected to pulley. The instructor asked him to walk across the length of the pool initially to shed his initial fear of water which he used to possess, and It took him 3 months to overcome this fear of water. And further, every time when the instructor loosened his grip over the pulley to the rope, the fear used to come or revert back again and again to Douglas. That's why it took a longer period of time, which was of 3 months, to shed the initial fear of water. Douglas was made to kick with his feet, and next the instructor taught Douglas to exhale underwater and to inhale in the air above water surface. जैसे कि जब स्विमिंग सीखी जाती है तब ऐसा बताया जाता है करने के लिए. And he was made to kick with his legs at the side of the pool, which means paddling strokes of the pool, to build a stamina. Thus, Douglas spent 6 months with the instructor, that is from October to April. He used to devote his time in swimming with his instructor. Thereafter, he practiced on his own by swimming across various lakes, and finally he overcame his fear of water. Next question is, how does Douglas make a clear to the reader the sense of panic that gripped him as he almost drowned at a YMCA swimming pool? Describe the details that have made the description vivid. So, although panicky, Douglas had a strategy in place to overcome or to come out popping like a cork and then pedal to the edge of the swimming pool in order to save his life. But this strategy failed at once. So, unfortunately, his first attempt failed and the terror seized him because he planned to pop out like a cork, but he is a human body, he cannot come out like a cork because of the density issues, and he tried to grab rope, but all he could clutch was water only because there was water all around and there was nobody else to help him. Further, he was suffocating because he was not able to breathe properly and his lungs were aching. Because of the same reason, he tried to yell but he could not because he was inside the water, and no sound came out. Obviously, it doesn't come. His legs were paralyzed. His legs were hung as if heavy weights and they were paralyzed. No movement was there in his legs as regarded as paralyzed. His lungs ached and his head throbbed. He was feeling very dizzy and trembled with fright. The only signs of life in him were that his heart was beating and there was a bit of dizziness in his mind. By these two evidence, he could make or he could assure himself that he is lively or he is having life. Otherwise, he could not feel anything else in the entire body. And he attempted to come out of water a third time, but again in vain. He again failed because it was like a series. He was coming to the surface and then sinking down to the bottom of the swimming pool. He sucked for air and gotten only water because he was not a practiced swimmer. And finally, he stopped making efforts and felt unconscious because he was trying since a longer period of time, and now he loosened his stamina and he's lost his strength. Ultimately, he thought that the curtain of his life has fallen, he'll die soon, and he felt unconscious. All the above details of his gripping for the water and for the rope, near drowning experience makes us feel that we are experiencing his lurking terror step by step. Next question is, how did Douglas overcome his fear? So, this is the same question answer as question number 6. Same answer. Next question is, why does Douglas as an adult recount the childhood experience of terror and his conquering of it? What larger meaning does he draw from this experience? So, the answer would be the tormenting, which means which makes you restless. The tormenting phobia of water was with him since the incident at YMCA pool, because that was when he felt that he'll die soon and he felt unconscious. Douglas as an adult recounted the horrific experience as it had completely changed his life. It had an impact on his life throughout. He felt that the sensation of dying somehow intensified the zest for life, because now at the time of sinking, he thought that he is about to die within some time, and this face off to the death increased or intensified his zest or interest in life. The fight against the terror taught him the very important lesson. And what was the lesson? The lesson was, all we have to fear is fear itself, as also taught to him by his friend President Roosevelt, that all we have to fear is fear itself, and once we overcome the fear, then everything becomes so easy. And so that's why we all should try to overcome our own fears. When he finally shed his fear, it proves that nothing is impossible for one with a firm will and determination. So to overcome any fear of ours, what we should possess? We should possess a strong willpower, and we should be determined in doing the desired task. That's how we have completed the NCERT questions of the particular chapter, Deep Water. By Learn Karo subscription, you can attend live classes anywhere, anytime. You can analyze your own performance as you will get personalized student reports. Entire study material आपको provide कराया जाएगा in PDF format. In case you find अकेले पढ़ना very boring or very monotonous, then you will be enrolled in classes along with your peer groups. Along with all this, you can also attend doubt clearing sessions both online as well as offline along with the ongoing batches. You can download our app Learn Karo, the live learning app, and you may also join us on Telegram. दोनों के ही links description box में provided हैं. In case if you are having any doubts, any queries, do ask me in the comment section below. I shall meet you in the next class. Till that time, stay safe, keep studying. All the best. Bye-bye.